Chapter 224. Planets vs Evil P7. One by one Team Sailor Universe destroyed all of Flight's minions until it was only him and they were facing Flight himself. Katie joined Team Sailor Universe earlier and she got special training in fire powers that Shannon gave her. She is now on PAR with Lola. Shannon, so we finally meet in Flight. You're gonna pay for everything you have done. In Flight, Shannon and Team Sailor Universe. Now you are all gonna die a horrible and painful death. Evil laughter. Katie, you will pay for controlling me and causing me to hurt my friends. Shannon, so get ready in Flight cause you are going down. Shannon fired a ball of energy at Flight and he jumped away as it exploded and Flight fired a star blast and Lincoln fired a beam of lightning and it went through it and electrocuted him as Lincoln flew up to him and punched him in the face. Katie spread her newly acquired wings of fire. She flew up to them and she and Lincoln engaged in Flight in a savage fight. It was an extremely brutal and ferocious fight and it shook the city of Tokyo to its very core. Massive explosions of lightning, fire, and star energy were tearing much of the city apart. Lightning raged in the skies above and the whole city was engulfed in a raging inferno. Fire destroyed the entire city and reduced much of it to rubble. Luckily everyone was evacuated from the city before the fight began. The fight was so savage, ferocious, and explosive that it was unbelievable and it was shaking the entire foundation of Japan to its core. Lola joined the fight and it was getting even more intense and powerful as it raged on. Flight was putting up an amazing fight. Flight unsheathed his sword and Lincoln unsheathed his and they engaged in a powerful sword fight. Sparks were flying everywhere and massive fiery explosions rang out. Lola unsheathed her sword and they all engaged in Flight. Sailor Mars spread her wings of fire and got the tail feathers of a phoenix and she flew up to the fight and fired an arrow of fire and it hit Flight in the back and Lincoln, Katie, and Lola stabbed Flight in the chest right through his evil black heart and killed him instantly. Lincoln, enjoy your one-way trip to the darkest pits of the netherworld in Flight. Lola, yet. Say hello to all the people you senselessly slaughtered for us. Lola incinerated Flight's dead body and they heard a woman laugh malevolently. It was Zoisite. Shannon, Zoisite. Zoisite, so we meet at last Shannon Abigail Knudsen. Shannon flew up to her. Shannon, we get that all the time Zoisite. So I take you didn't come to congratulate us for killing Flight. Zoisite, that was my intention, yes. You all sure have caused a huge amount of destruction to the city. Shannon, Flight was the one that did it and we were the match that lit the fuse to his own demise. Answer this for me, Zoisite. Why do you serve an evil witch like Queen Beryl? Don't you even realize that she is using you as a pawn in her own dark plan to destroy the universe? Zoisite, what do you mean, Shannon? Shannon, think about it. I know there's still good in you, Zoisite. I can sense it. Queen Beryl poisoned your mind with lies and she is going to kill you along with the rest of the trash. She's using you as a pawn in her diabolical plans to destroy the universe. Zoisite was shocked and she began to realize that Shannon was right. Zoisite, how do you know this, Shannon? Shannon, because Queen Beryl is the puppet master and you are the puppet that's being controlled by her evil. You have to reach deep into your heart and realize what you have been doing over the course of 1,000 years. Zoisite looked through all her memories and saw that Shannon was right. Because of Queen Beryl she was forced to do all kinds of evil calamities. Zoisite, you are right, Shannon. What have I done? Zoisite broke down crying and Shannon comforted her. Shannon, it's all right, Zoisite. It's not too late for you. You still have a chance to redeem yourself and correct all the wrongs that you have done. Shannon removed the darkness of Queen Beryl from her and Zoisite was on the path to redemption. Zoisite still has all her powers that she has from Queen Beryl. Later, after all the fire was absorbed and the city was repaired, Zoisite explained that her plan was to get the 7 rainbow crystals so that Queen Beryl can acquire the Imperium Silver Crystal. The 7 rainbow crystals are the fragments of the crystal. When Queen Beryl attacked the Moon Kingdom she sent her greatest champions, the 7 Shadows. Queen Serenity used the Imperium Silver Crystal to defeat the Shadows. But the crystal shattered into 7 pieces and locked each shadow into each piece. The pieces went into 7 bearers and Team Sailor Universe has to find them at all costs before Beryl does. Shannon, so who has the first piece of the silver crystal? Zoisite, that would be this man. Zoisite's dark crystal created a projection and it revealed a man named Crane Game Joe. Sailor Jupiter, I know him. That's Crane Game Joe. He is a master of all the arcade games and he is said to have a powerful telepathic ability that enables him to master any game easily. Shannon, that's incredible. He must be really skilled. My sister Nicole would like him. Lincoln, I would like him too. Lily, same here. Lola, I had a feeling you two would like him because of video games. Shannon, his telepathic powers must come from the piece of the crystal inside him. Zoisite, yes. Each piece of the Imperium silver crystal gives the bearer a special unique power. Joe's telepathy. Shannon, that's amazing. Sailor Venus, it sure is. Sailor Pluto, so he will no doubt be at the arcade. Shannon, yet. Let's go. They went to the arcade and found him playing against another kid and he won. Shannon, wow. He is good. Shannon walked up to him. Shannon, excuse me Joe. My name is Shannon Abigail Knudsen and we would like to talk to you. Joe, sure Shannon. We go into Joe's apartment and have a seat with him. Joe, so I take it you want to talk to me about this power I have. Shannon, yes. That's exactly right. Joe, I don't know how to explain it. Something is causing my chest to hurt because of it. Shannon, let me show you. Now this is gonna hurt. Shannon fired waves of light at him and he was in pain and they saw the red rainbow crystal. Shannon, it's the red one. Sailor Mars, it's beautiful. Shannon, okay Joe. Here we go. Shannon takes it out and the pain went away. Joe was panting in exhaustion. Joe, what happened? Shannon, this is what was in your chest. Joe saw the red crystal. Joe, a diamond was inside me? Shannon, no. This isn't just any old diamond. This is a piece of the most powerful substance in the entire universe. There's an evil force that is currently after it and 6 others of each color of the rainbow. This was the source of your telepathic powers. Joe, that's incredible. I had no idea that was inside me all this time. Sailor Venus, that's right Joe. It's a really long story. Shannon, it's a long one. Joe, I have all the time in the world to hear it. Shannon, okay. Shannon revealed the whole story and 20 minutes later Joe was shocked and amazed. Joe, that's amazing. I had no idea that all of this has happened and all of this is happening now. Shannon, I know. It's shocking. Also Queen Beryl is after the 7 rainbow crystals so she can get the Imperium silver crystal and destroy the universe and we can't let that happen. Joe, thank you all for telling me this. I'll do anything I can to help you all out in the future. Sailor Mercury, we greatly appreciate it Joe. They later left and went back to Team Sailor Universe headquarters. Continues in Part 8.